Hey y'all, it's Quinn with PTSD while black. Put my unicorn horn a little bit more forward. How you doing? Um, I'm in a tired and playful mood. I just came back from doing, well, I didn't just get back. I did a 2.5 hour balloon gig today, and it was a lot of fun. Um, there's the library systems in my county were having open houses, and so like pretty much all of the entertainers, all of the balloon artists were hired to be at these events. There were like 300 kids at the event, so it's like, oh my god! And I was the only balloon artist at my location, so I'm out here being special. Out here just being special. Um, but I wanted to talk about like realizing that what started a lot of the whole it's so stupid, y'all. What started a lot of the gang stalking situation is because there were some people who believed that because I'm a children's entertainer that I should not be able to do voice acting on adult themes. As long as I am not doing adult voice acting while being a children's entertainer at a gig, I think I might, y'all. I think I might. Because guess what? I'm a human being with human feelings and human needs. Um, so, you know what? I don't care how I'm just putting my hair up for the night. To hell with it. Um, so that was like a large part of it. And I think it's just very annoying. I did a smule video of me singing Be Italian from the musical Nine. And I was singing to a balloon animal of Mario that I had made. And yeah, I was like making fun of the whole thing of being able to sing Be Italian. And someone saw that as me being perverted. I'm like, you do realize that there are people who are puppeteers that also tell adult jokes, like Jeff Dunham. Are you going to tell him to not be an adult? Uh, it's just so criminally insane. But like what I was doing when I was doing the voice acting and specifically focusing on adult voice acting is because I was reclaiming my body and my sexuality. I'm horny. Anyway, hi babe. You love me. You have to. um I'm strangely horny because it's a balloon horn. Um but when I was doing the voice acting, it was really reclaiming my sexuality because one, I'm a survivor of rape. Two, a survivor of the car accident. I was numb for quite a while downstairs. And so, as I have been working on my relationship with my body and accepting that my body is different, and accepting that as feelings started to come back into my body, then it's like, oh, wow, the systems are coming back online. I can go back to having these interests. So that's why I was like, with singing and acting, these are opportunities for me to be a different character than who I am in real life. In real life, I am a shy dork, a shy geek, really. That's about the best way to describe it. I was like, oh, I can play you. I'm sorry, does everybody think that anyone who acts as, uh, I don't know, a stuntman or Bruce Willis or some shit like that is always like a dude who's Liam Neeson? Let's go with Liam Neeson. Is he always a dude who's rescuing his daughter from being taken? No. Come on, people. It's fictional. It's acting. It is pretend. But there are some people that couldn't tell the difference between pretend and acting and reality. And so these people who, yeah, these people chose to spread rumors. And what's so funny, because I was talking to a friend, like, what really started this was when I joined Ashley's acting group. I AMSVAL. When I joined that group, they were writing scripts for group acting, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, my ideal character that I'd really like to play is someone who's like Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls, but she meets Auntie Mame from uh the movie Auntie Mame. Like, I swear to God, I am an old gay man in a black woman's body. Let's have that conversation later. But anyway, so I'm like, that's who I want to be. Somebody who is um sensual and sexy, but well-meaning and makes a lot of mistakes. And as we were writing the script for this character, um, well, really wasn't much writing. It was more just talking ideas of characters. But as we were talking out the idea of the character, we were like joking around about like what people do. And I'm like, oh, let us say that she's an ex-prostitute who worked at a brothel. And she's trying to teach the other girls at the brothel about self-love, but she's very like bad at being so well-meaning, and so she's like, well, you should just charge more and value yourself, that kind of advice. Or that when her niece was looking for a job, she's like, oh, I know where you can get a job, at the brothel. I can teach you how to charge the correct amount. And so that's what was starting out, was this running joke of this character. And for me, again, as an actress, I get to portray a role that I get to learn to be this being, this character. I mean, like, does everyone think that people who play aliens in movies are actual aliens? Okay, they're not. So okay. So yeah, and so they took that character that I was creating to the extreme of saying that I'm a prostitute. Bish, please. I've already done my joke about having a 2-for-1 special because I'm an under earner and a workaholic. No, I'm a balloon artist, is what I am. And I'd love to get back into doing certified hypnotherapy. The more that I'm having less migraines and seizure like issues, the more that I can get back into that industry. And that's what I really want to do, is to help people to transform and change their lives, people who are ready to do so. In the meantime, I am a children's entertainer, because just watching little kids come to life is so amazing, because I was such a shut down kid. I was just very rigid. I didn't grow up celebrating holidays. I wasn't, my imagination was not celebrated. And so it's like, for me, I'm like, if I can be a facilitator of that fun, then yes, let me do it. Let me do it. And I just loved it. The the kids that are like, can I have a purple frog with a pink tongue? I'm like, sure. Somebody's like, oh, can you make me the giant lightsaber, but let's use a chrome handle instead of the black handle? I'm like, sure. Whatever their little minds want to come up with, I'm like, yes, let me be the facilitator of fun. So that is what I like to do, but I like to watch people come alive, to come into their creativity of what can be possible for them, versus what this world just wants to shove you into a box and tell you that you're supposed to be. So my voice acting as a character and doing sensual romantic scenes or what have you, this was me getting out of that limited box of what society was telling me to be, as someone who is differently abled, as someone who has an injured spine. That, oh, I'm not supposed to be sensual, sexual, have any desires or needs. Bitch, please. I get to have all the needs. I'm a full grown adult. Um, yeah, so ridiculous. And so with all these people these unbalanced individuals have lied to and gotten involved in gang stalking and having people use phone jammers and having people mark my phone number as spam or my emails as spam. All of you guys got ripped off, really, because some guy got upset that I said that I needed a break from acting with him, because I was checking my feelings, checking my needs, that I rejected him, That's what you really got wrapped up into. And the same thing with Ashley and Amsval. What really had happened there was we were not doing a lot of acting. It was a lot more gossiping about other people, and I didn't like that. That's not how I want to spend my time. I wanted to grow as a singer and an actress. So I wanted to pursue acting groups with people who are actually acting, writing, and singing. And the group that I was in, there was more socializing and more talking about other people and more just goofing off. And that, to me, that's time wasting. And I've been spending years working around recovery of time wasting. And that's what I really feel like this whole thing has done, is just wasted my time. So I'm like, this is, this is not conducive to where I want to go and what I want to do or how I want to be. And she took that as a personal affront. And I'm just like, no, that's not where I want to be. That's not what I want to do with my life. For some reason, I'm not allowed to have a choice around the things that I want to do. I didn't ask to join your group. You asked me to join your group. Okay? I didn't ask you for me to join your group. I did not ask you. You came after me saying, oh, you're a pretty good actress and I'd like to have you in the group. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try, because that's what I really wanted to do, was to write, sing, and act with other people. But this video won't get any views and won't get any traction because I am not showing you my tits. And hopefully most of these people are in jail anyway. But it's astonishing. Astonishing. And I can't change how people are going to view the situation. I can't change it. All I gotta do is go out and be the magical fucking unicorn that I am. And just to be as brilliant as fuck. Oh, my neck. Y'all. Oh, as a health check-in, today's event was 2.5 hours of twisting. And I have another one coming up that's 4 hours. And I think that's going to be overkill. Because I noticed, like, after 2 hours in of twisting at this event, I had trouble talking to people, socializing, and I was starting to have trouble tying balloons. So I'm like, okay, you still have a brain injury. Brain injury is still playing a factor here. So, yeah, I'm having to just accept the mind and body that I do have. And you know, I got time. I can rant. Okay, so I just talked about all the stuff that y'all want to hear and all the gossip. Y'all go talk about it. Talk amongst yourselves. Create new stories. Go for it, bitches. Have fun. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be black. I'm still going to be a balloon artist. You can't take that shit away from me. I will still be twisted. But okay, just talking about today's event. There was like this really weird moment where this lady in a wheelchair, she's like asking me all kinds of questions, like, how long have you been doing this? I'm like, oh, about 7, 8 years now. And she's like, are you here in this city? I'm like, no, I'm from another town over. I'm just trying to like keep it simple, because I'm working with the kids. I'd rather be talking to the kids that I'm twisting for versus the adults who are grilling me. And then she goes, you got any kids? And I'm like, no, wish I did. Twisty, twisty. And then she's like, do you live alone? I'm like, bitch, why do you need to know if I live alone or not? I said, no, my husband's the magician and the face painter, and I'm the balloon artist. And we're having a wonderful time. And like, I didn't even really owe her an answer. That's one fucking thing I'm learning from this entire stalking situation, is that I don't owe anybody any information about my life or my experience. And that's where I fucked up, because I was telling Chance, he'd ask me questions and I'd be like, yeah, this is how my life is, blah, 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 blah. I'm an open book. I'm a really open book. And I'll just tell you whatever the hell you want to know. But I'm grateful for learning from this entire process that I don't owe anybody any explanation or any information on my life. Not whatsoever, because it's my life. And I'm like, ma'am, if you're not going to ask me about how you can book me for a party, these aren't questions. I got kids, and do I live alone? I'm like, Bitch, you coming to rob me? Because that's what that sounds like. I'm going to get robbed by a little old lady in a wheelchair. Shit, no. Oh, child. I think I'm going to have makeup answers for things like this so that I can keep them appropriate and also to keep myself safe. I'll be like, no, I live with a troupe of other crazy balloon artists in a twisted little house. I don't know. But yeah, this is just some of the stuff. But I really love, my favorite thing about doing balloon art. My favorite thing. Okay, because there's always a little brother and a big brother, and the big brother will ask for like a lightsaber. I called it the Kwanzaa saber because I'm like, it's a holiday because I had holiday themed stuff. So I was making it black and red. Oh, it's a Kwanzaa saber. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. But the brother asked for my fancy sword, which is just a one balloon with a lot of really cool twists in it. And then he's like, and then can you get the Kwanzaa saber for my brother? And his little brother got so upset. He's like, no, I wanted the same thing as my brother. And I'm like, you know what? How about I go ahead and finish up making a saber for you, but let's use a bigger balloon. And I have these giant balloons. They're like, I forgot what the measurements. It's a called a 350. I can't remember why. Anyway, they're long. They're 50-inch long balloons, but they're 3 inches wide and 50 inches long. So it's this huge balloon. It's taller than the kid. And I just love, that's my favorite thing to do, is where one brother thinks they're getting something over on another, or the older kid is getting something over on the younger kid. And I'm like, yeah, well, younger kid, because I know what it's like to be the younger sibling. Let me be on your side, baby. Let me just give you this here fancy balloon. And that's what I like. That was fun. That was fun. But yeah. I just really love watching people come alive, just to be themselves, or to to think outside of what they're allowed to think for themselves. That is what I love. That's why I like being a facilitator fun. Even when I was a karaoke co-host for a while. That's before the car accident, because I obviously can't lift giant speakers now. But when I was a karaoke co-host, it's like I love to watch shy people come to life. I love watching people just be amazing. And I even remember when, way back in the day, in my 20s, I loved watching people come to life on stage as musicians and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I totally could promote you. Let me take photos of your band because we should get you out there. I'm like, I'm so excited about what it is that you like doing that I want everybody to know about it because it seems so super cool. And I'm pretty sure I was an agent in a past life. I'm that cat from BoJack Horseman. But it's just like I love watching people come alive, and I know that's why I gravitated towards doing the hypnosis certification, because there's so many things that our minds are limited on that we can really come to life around. And I'd like to help those who are ready to move past that, be able to be their whole selves. So yeah. What was the other thing? What was the other thing? There's one other thing I wanted to talk about on here. Because this is my vlog, by the way. So if you don't like what I'm saying, stop watching. Okay? Unsubscribe. You shouldn't be subscribed, really. No one should be subscribed to this channel, but man. But yeah, stop watching, stop following me. But if you've been hired as a gang stalker, welcome. Enjoy. How would you like to come alive instead of being someone who's easily manipulated by others? How would you like to show up for yourself? To be your whole self? What could you do if you had no limits? Leave the comments in the chat. I'm sure it'll be very inappropriate. Damn, I can't remember the other thing. That's okay, because I have a brain injury. And I think that's one of the things that I was lamenting for a while is I felt that I wasn't my full self. I wasn't who I was before my injuries. Um, and I'm glad to see me coming back to life. I'm glad to see me rising from the dead. I obviously need to stop talking and let my husband rub on my shoulders because I'm in a lot of pain. So much pain. Um, yeah. I'm just gonna let that be the direction that I want to move in life is watching and helping folks come to life. Whether that's you ask me to create a certain creation from balloons, or if I design a t-shirt that makes folks feel inspired, visible, or seen, yes. Quinn's Twisted Artwork. Um, qtartwork.com. You can view my stuff on my website. Um, but I want to help people be their original selves before they got interrupted with the expectations of society. In whatever ways, with my skills, gifts, and talents, whether that is as a voice actress or a balloon artist, a hypnotherapist, a singer. Um, yeah, I want to help people be able to view their true selves and to start to have some kind of compassion, excitement, or love for their true selves. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm about. That's who I am. And I'm not the stories that were told about me. And I don't even have to prove to you that I'm not. You should just watch my fucking channel and you could see who the fuck I am and who the fuck I've been. Yeah. All right. Till next time.